back to the program. I'm here with my spiritual partner and co-host, Mr. Joshua Pilch.
Thank you, Jesse. And that, of course, the voice you just heard was my partner in podcast, Jesse Moriarty. Today we've got a really exciting program for you here on Big Town Improv.
I agree, Josh. It's sure to be, and I'm sure you'll pardon the expression, a real good time.
Well, that's a bit strong, my friend, but, if we're going to use language such as that, should we enter into our false podcast speaking voices that are different from our soft-spoken, true nature that we're speaking in right now?
I suppose. I was looking forward to being able to act like myself on the program, Josh, but as you know, we are somewhat required to have a persona of exuberance.
Indeed. Why don't we transition to that now?
Very well. So, hi guys, I'm Jesse, and this is Big Town Improv. Josh, how you doing?
Big Town Improv. I'm doing all right, Jesse.
Great.
Want to hear what we do on Big Town Improv?
Gosh, I would love to. Hit me with that sweet knowledge, Josh.
All right. Boy, this feels so false, but every week on Big Town Improv, this is an improvised podcast. We tell some true stories from which we draw details to inspire a montage of short, improvised comedic scenes. And Jesse, then what happens?
This is not me. This is a mask I'm putting on for the world. Well, in the second part, Josh, we are going to do a long, extended scene which visits multiple locations and multiple characters, an entire narrative improv.
Right, you are. Is what my persona thinks. The true me is saying none of this is real. But Jesse, it's time to tell some true stories in these false personas. Boy, now this is where the bit is getting away from me.
Do your best.
Suppose we had some help telling the stories.
Ah, some help, you say?
Yeah.
Wow, gosh. But, Josh, I mean, is there anyone really talented enough to help us out?
Well, Jesse, we don't want to take any chances today. We want proven talent, and
yes.
So that's why we've got a very special thing happening today, which is our first return guest to Big Town Improv.
Yes. Exactly. Our first time where we can say welcome back to the show.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Perhaps the listener remembers her from episode 9, Sexy Monopoly and the Invisible Boy. She's an actor, a filmmaker, a festival programmer. It's Hilary Webber, again.
Hi, I would claim to not know either of you guys, but since I've already been on the podcast, we all know that's not true. And I just want to say thank you for having me. For the record, I tried to thank you guys in private, and I was told that I needed to do it in a way that everyone could hear me. So
okay, that part you don't have to say on the air.
Okay. I was just...
We walk a fine line, Hilary, between spontaneity and authenticity, and you really gotta.
Yeah.
I'll cut down on the authenticity.
Please do.
Yes. Josh and I kind of dropped the ball when we acted like ourselves at the beginning, but we've really got to put on we've got to dance for the camera.
It's hard going.
Right now, everybody's wearing a mask, right?
Whoa.
Okay, very topical.
Whoa. Dating the episode, yes.
Yes.
But welcome back to Hilary. We are so glad to have our first guest back for the podcast. So this is nice. Everything that's happening is nice.
This, by the way, entering into another layer of falseness. Hilary, lately, Jesse and I have been talking about how nice everything is in all of the world of Big Town, and don't look past the borders. Everything is okay.
Well,
Big Town is
Hilary,
a safe space.
Yes,
it is. Hilary, do you remember how Big Town works? How our podcast is going to go?
Well, we just said it.
I'm asking Hilary, Josh.
Okay.
She was outside in the green room
I forgot.
until you brought her in.
You're right.
With that
Yeah,
introduction.
until you announced my name, I walked in and the music started playing.
We've got the couch here. She does the little wave to the studio audience.
Of one person.
I'm no stranger to this little city. So you have your guest share a authentic story, maybe not so authentic. I don't know
Yeah.
anymore, guys. And then we take
true.
inspiration from that story and we do a little bit of improvisation.
You're quite right, Hilary. But in order to inspire those authentic, true stories, I've got a special treat, which is the random word generator.
All right.
You guys
Our
ready
old
for some
friend.
words that are random?
Hit me.
I've never been more ready.
Our words are climate, laser, litigation, slap, nest, admiration, air, royalty, experienced, colorful. Climate, laser, litigation, slap, nest, admiration, air, royalty, experienced, colorful. Well, laser is an obvious one for me, so I'll take that one unless anyone else has anyone else has a laser story, in which case I'll cede the floor.
No, but I'm laying claim to nest right now.
Do you have a nest? Have you built a nest out of twigs to impress a large female bird?
Well, no. This isn't even so much of a story, but I wonder. Both of you went to college with me. We all
Yes.
went with each other. Were you around when a territorial mother bird made a nest in front of the dining hall?
I was
seem
not,
to have
but there
missed
was
that. Yeah.
That might have
I
been.
recall.
I think I was there a year before both of you, so it may have been
I
then.
think so too. Was it your first year that this
I
happened?
think so, and it was really funny because there's this. They put up all this caution tape around this tree, but like even so, just us like going into the dining hall, this bird would swoop out and like flap at us and stuff.
What sort of bird was it? Do you know?
Just one of those little brown birds, not a.
Just a bird. Just a
bird.
generic bird.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was a mockingbird, because there was a nest of those that lived outside Hamilton Hall, which is the film building, and they would do the same thing. As you would enter the building, they would like dive bomb your head, so you just constantly had to be on guard as you were going into Hamilton
This
Hall.
is just a problem with our school. Is dive bombing birds.
They thought it was theirs. Like, they made a claim. That's funny.
To be fair, it is pretty easy to tell a SCAD student from the rest of the community.
Yeah, they're getting attacked by birds.
Yeah. You saw the tour buses would go around and be like, "Hey, you see that guy being pecked to death by a flock of birds?"
Funny enough, that's where Bird Girl got her name.
Savannah's famous half bird, half human.
Yep. That's great. Well, Hilary, from our words, do you have a good story apart from Hamilton Hall being a nest of deadly harpies?
I am feeling like climate and air, but not necessarily because I have a story. You guys should go first.
Okay, so
especially-
I
you're
do
talking
have-
about lasers. You should definitely have
I
a
know.
more exciting story.
Do you have a laser story you haven't already told?
Let's see.
For the listener should know, and maybe Hilary should know, that Jesse's job involves doing laser demonstrations for students at elementary and middle schools and high schools ever, or
Once, but it was the sort of high school that had middle school aged students as well, like a four grade thing. They generally stick to the elementary schools.
Yeah.
What have I told, Josh? I've told you about how the children have wildly erroneous impressions of what a laser is and what a laser can do, right?
you have. You know what you've told me, but you haven't said on the show is sort of the difference in how the elementary school versus middle school students react to the demonstration. Yeah. And like sort of the advice you got from a teacher, which is funny.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Well, elementary schools love it because you're showing up, you're blasting lasers. That's awesome. Of course, elementary school students love it. They go nuts. And I do some pretty awesome stuff with my lasers, as though there was like a boring thing I could do with lasers. But middle schools are rough for me because, for the first part, middle school students are jerks. Like,
yes,
they suck. They're awful, and I don't care if we have a huge middle school audience. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Sorry, kids. Keep listening, please.
But it's also rough because they don't. I, at least when performing in front of a crowd, feed off the crowd's enthusiasm and pour that back into what I'm doing. But middle school students are very low key in terms of applause. So after doing it at a middle school, I was like, man, they really weren't making a whole lot of noise. And one of the teachers told me that, oh no, but they weren't being disruptive. They were paying attention. That means they liked it.
Right.
The fact that they weren't like interrupting you is the highest compliment you can get from a middle school crowd. And since then, I've kind of taken that as the benchmark for a middle school audience.
I love that's how the standard changes.
There are 3 things that you shouldn't turn your back on: the ocean, alligators, and middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Seriously, though.
I feel like that is just like a point in like childhood. There becomes a point in childhood where showing enthusiasm for anything is the most vulnerable thing you can do.
Yeah, they think they got to be cool and lean against the wall and put their hands in their pockets. Yeah, like cool disinterest. Elementary school students are great though. Be careful because when I do my Q&A, they're always like, "Could that laser like kill a person? Could that laser burn a hole in human flesh? How long would it take that laser to cut through a man?"
They're just a lot more obvious with their disregard for human life at that age.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Right.
Like it goes both ways, you know. Like they're both more excited, but they're also more vicious, just obviously vicious. So tell us your climate stories, Hilary.
Well, it's not really a climate story. Just climate like inspired it in my head. But the elementary school thing is actually a perfect segue because I wanted to get a little nostalgic, I guess. I feel like the cartoons that were around, and you guys are animators, so you guys are probably gonna be like, no, you're just not watching the right things. But the cartoons that we used to watch when we were like in elementary school, I don't know, I just like, they were fun. Like, what happened to Darkwing Duck? You know, that has nothing to do with
Disney
the
Plus.
Okay. Oh, can I really watch all of that on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check that out. Actually,
Josh speaks from experience. Just last night, he was watching with bated breath over whether Darkwing Duck would defeat the evil Negaduck.
Yeah. Because Negaduck teamed up with Bushroot.
Were you really just watching it?
No, I just remember.
It's actually more embarrassing, the truth. Just that we just remember all the plot points from the program.
You guys sound like you watched it yesterday. I haven't seen it in like 20-something years. But anyway, in elementary school, we used to have these days where everybody would bring in board games, and every student would have a different one. And so there was this one kid who would bring in a Darkwing Duck game, and it was awesome.
Oh.
And the game was cool, but the kid was not, because one of the other things that like is weird about elementary schoolers is that in addition to like the weird questions they ask, they just have like a weird perception on like life and what they believe. And so it's not technically a cartoon, so my segue is not perfect here, but do you guys remember that show that was Hey Dude, and it was like these kids living on a ranch?
Yeah. Watch out for that man-eating cactus, right?
So the opening theme song of the show was this like country western thing, and at the end
it's a little wild, it's a little strange.
Stop it,
and
Josh.
there was this voice, and this guy, and a clearly an adult male goes, "Hey, dude."
Yes.
Yes, and so this kid, every time we had to play his Darkwing Duck game, he would sit there, and this little bitch would look me in the eye.
Wow.
And he would say, "Hey, you know I'm the guy that does the Hey Dude voice, right?"
No. That's
What a
awesome.
terrible attempt to take credit for something.
Like, first of all, it's obviously false. Second of all, like, what you're like 6 years old, dude. And so I would sit there and I would just be like, "No, you're not." And he's like, "Yeah, I am. I take voice pills." And
voice pills.
And I understand why he thought that I was vulnerable enough to fall for that. But if you wanted to play with Darkwing Duck, you had to listen to this kid tell you that he was the voice of Hey Dude all year long.
Man,
and
if that ain't life, huh? If you want to play Darkwing Duck, you gotta listen to the kid claiming to be the voice from Hey Dude.
Hey, Jesse, listen, I think I got the hookup here, okay?
Okay.
So, the game is on tonight.
Sure. I'm excited.
I have a friend who has a really nice big TV, like surround sound setup.
Dope. All right, let's go there. That sounds great.
Okay, I should warn you, the friend I'm talking about, it is Hilary, and we are going to have to listen and agree with all of her insane lies if we're going to use her nice equipment in her house.
Oh, it can't be that bad. Come on, man.
Okay,
Everybody
just be
exaggerates
prepared.
about
I'm
their
just saying, just be
accomplishments
prepared.
A little bit.
Okay.
All right, come on, Finister. Yeah, that's right. I'm Jesse, and it's Hilary, but you get a character name, which is Finister.
Hey, Finister and Jesse, are you guys coming over tonight still?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I see you're calling from your doorstep. Why don't we come in?
Yeah, let's just come in right now. We can watch the pregame. Oh, that is a nice
I turned it
TV.
to the...
Finister,
wow,
do you see
this
these
is great.
speakers? Look at this. And she's even put out snacks and there's all sorts of
You've
goodies
outdone
here.
yourself, Hilary.
Well, and you're welcome to it. You're welcome to the snacks. There are a few conditions, but it's cool. Like, we're going to have a fun night.
Of course we are.
Yeah, we're just going to watch the game.
We have to take our shoes off, don't we? I bet that's one of the conditions. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, that's the
it's
first
polite
step.
to do,
Yeah, it's one of the, it looks like there's nice carpets in here. I understand that.
Yes, and then you'll find your costume hanging in the bathroom.
What's that?
You'll find your costume hanging in the bathroom. And
Our
if you
costume?
need anything, then I'll be out here. Yeah, it's the second door on the left.
Now, when I go in there, what
Finister,
do I...
can I ask you a question?
yeah, Jesse, what is it?
So you told me that the hard thing to deal with about Hilary was the fact that she made outlandish claims about herself. But now that we're actually here, I'm finding out that it's actually much more than that. She's demanding that we have to wear costumes to be a part of this party.
Look, Jesse. Look. We've all got our quirks. I'm Finister, and you know my thing is I'm terrible at identifying what's weird about my friends.
That is true, man. I should have gone to Josh's party for the game. All right, let's go see what these costumes are.
All right. Hilary, what am I looking at exactly?
Well, you've got a couple of choices.
Oh, see, that's nice. At least we get to pick.
I'd rather not wear a costume at all.
Well, I've got Darkwing Duck. I've got Captain Planet, and then I have like a little chicken.
Small chicken. There's nothing particularly. Okay, I'll take
sort of
the chicken.
The opposite of our friend dynamic, where it's two specific characters and one just regular thing.
Okay, tell you what. I'll take the chicken. Finister, you should be Captain Planet since you're, really muscular and have that mullet. You'll actually fill out the costume pretty well.
I actually look like him.
Yeah.
Ever since you've been working on that tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well,
yeah.
Here, I'll help you. I'll help you put the blue body paint on here.
Wait. Okay, hang on. Could we just watch the game maybe in the clothes that we came here with?
Well, I guess, but
I mean, it's not our house.
Yeah, I think I really.
I'm sorry, I confused you for my other friend there for a minute. See, Finister, I think.
Josh.
I know, he's completely different. He's much easier to get along with because he's very good at identifying the strange things about his friends.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Finister. I thought you and Jesse, if you guys are just gonna come over and use the TV for your sports ball.
Hang on, Hilary. There's someone at the door. Let me see who it is.
Dong.
Click.
Hey, Jesse.
Josh!
Thanks for inviting me over.
Finister, Hilary, I hope it's okay, but Josh's TV crapped out, so he's actually going to come and watch the party with us.
Hi, Hilary, whose thing is that she demands that we wear costumes, and Finister, whose thing is that he can't identify what anyone's problems are.
Hey, you didn't say what my thing was.
Oh, hey, Jesse, who has who, much like me, has about 6 to 10 different voices that he can do.
Yeah, I can only cycle through a certain. It doesn't really come up here where I'm just being myself, but come in. I guess the only one left for you is Darkwing Duck.
What? Oh, right, the costumes. That's the thing about Hilary.
I texted him. Finister, you're looking really good, actually. Like it's like almost cinematic quality here.
Yeah, wow. I was against this at first, but this isn't bad.
Yeah, wait till you guys try the snacks. I've got hot dogs, I've got pizza, I've got...
Those are really full meals than snacks, but I'm totally in for some pizza.
Well, as Finister, I know Jesse's thing is that he'll eat a whole pizza by himself. Oh no! But I'm Finister. I've never correctly identified what someone's thing is. Oh God! What's happening?
All right. It's fine.
No,
it's fine.
I've lost all sense of myself.
You're dressed in a Captain Planet costume. Don't run wildly out into the street, Finister. Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh my God!
Yep, that's Harry, the truck driver who's terrible at looking where he's going.
Well, in fairness, Sinister did just run out into the street. Man, you know what? It's not really your fault, Hilary, but this is not a good party so far.
This is the worst party ever.
Okay, so over here, this is going to be your dorm. As you can see, it's actually a converted old home for unwed mothers. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
So you just take your key card like this, and you don't actually have to swipe it. You just sort of pass it over the sensor here, and it should ding green. Okay.
okay.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
If you lose your key card, there is a $50 charge to get it replaced. Okay.
Okay.
So just
All right.
try and keep a hold on it.
Huh?
Okay. Now, after you've swiped the card, you have about
Wait,
15
wait,
seconds to
wait.
get in. Hurry!
Okay. What am I? Oh my God! Quick, close the door! Close the door!
Click. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Literally moments before now, I was about to say to you, thanks. You've really like sort of taken a lot of the fear of starting college off of me. But what just happened?
Okay. Well, you probably heard something about the harpies that live in the school buildings and claim the area as their own.
No. I feel somehow that's been omitted from the school brochure.
Okay. Well, there are a reasonably sized population of half women, half bird that live in they live in the trees and things around the school buildings, and they have a desperate hunger for human flesh because they've been cursed by the gods.
Okay, that's a. Is it
Okay,
knocking on the
see?
door?
Yes, it's trying to trick you into thinking that it's a student who's forgotten their key card and wants to be let in. Okay?
Well, you told me I shouldn't do that anyway.
Exactly. This is why we have the key card system, all right?
Okay.
Now, in a minute, it might start claiming that it has pizza or candy. And don't open the door.
Oh, it's actually knocking now. Wait, could that be a kid?
No.
All right.
It's
Now I think no because it squawked.
yeah, the squawk is always the giveaway. Okay,
Yeah.
now we need to continue the tour and go on to the next building, which is the illustration hall, okay?
Okay. I'm a little scared to go outside, but
Well, you should be because of the harpies. But,
right, that's what I meant. Yes. You're good.
But
RA.
once we get through the door, as soon as we clear the front of the building, they should leave us alone until we get to the illustration building, which has more harpies.
Well, look, if the harpies at the illustration building are just as overt and obvious as these ones, I guess it's something I can sort of overlook. Like, as long as they don't become smarter and are able to
Okay, here we go.
develop
Ready?
a
One,
more human
2,
disguise.
3. Come on. Oh, my arm! Keep going! Leave me!
I know, but the only person I know in college. This must be the illustration building. Oh God! Hello, is anybody here in the building?
I am here. But before you pass, you must answer my riddle.
What? Oh no!
I am the Sphinx of
A
the
Sphinx?
illustration building.
How did I not know that this school is full of magical creatures?
It does seem like a bit of a faux pas on your part.
On my part, it's
Yes.
poor advertising.
You should have Googled.
You're right. I still haven't even unpacked my stuff. Look, I just need to get. I really need to get back to my dorm.
Here is the riddle. What is right outside the door?
That's a riddle? A bunch
Yes.
of harpies.
Well, you better go check.
No, you're working with them, aren't you?
What? No! I'm just a perfectly innocent lion with the head of a man.
No. I'm gonna run past you.
We have a DVD copy of Caddyshack.
Caddyshack? Kids my age don't like Caddyshack. That's not gonna entice me at all. Hey, look, across the quad. That looks like that's the dining hall. Maybe I can go hide in there and I can get something to eat.
Hey, we're closed.
Okay. Sorry
You gotta
about
get
that.
out of here, kid.
Okay, I know what's happening. Another magical creature is trying to force me back into a dangerous place.
Oh, maybe. Maybe we're just closed.
I don't believe you. I'm coming in.
Hey, is the cafeteria open?
Well, I guess if you brought me a few items, maybe I could let you in.
Of course I did. I knew it. Of course I did, Minnie. Here is a virgin sacrifice for you.
Well, actually, I just wanted some beans.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not a magical creature. You're just a big, dirty guy.
Wow, I wish someone would have told me that before I sacrificed this virgin.
Welcome to my playing party, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Thanks.
We've got everything. We've got masks. We've got music. We've got bowls of chips and snacks for you to help yourself. We've got everything.
Well, how do we eat the chips with the masks? Because I wasn't clear about that on the Evite. That's a little bit... and also, Finister here is in a full-body cast after getting hit by a truck. So he's got a little bit of trouble.
A little extra protection.
Yeah. Well, what can we do? Josh, maybe you can,
yeah, I'm here too.
leave the room and I'll, eat a few chips and then you come back in?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's odd for this party to work with the theme. We're going to have to be separate from each other the whole time.
Agreed. I'll wheel Finister over into a corner here.
Turn me around.
Well,
If we turn you around, we're just going to falsely identify things that are wrong with people, Finister.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can just face the wall for the remainder of the party. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna go into the kitchen and.
Okay. Still, it was nice of Hilary. It was nice of you to set this whole thing up for us.
Yeah. But I have to admit, this is odd as a. For a group of teens like us, this is a weird kind of way to do a party. I was hoping. I mean, the Evite said we're gonna play Spin the Bottle.
Yeah, how will that work?
There's
the
a
Evite
bottle
also
in
said.
here.
Evite also said Twister and a bunch of other physical games, which is weird. That's what the Evite said. It was
Physical games.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, look. I'm a real horny teen. There's a
I've heard that about you.
Yeah, thanks. And there's a bottle in here. I guess. Okay. Jesse, you're in the bathroom.
Okay.
Hilary, you're in the living room. Some of the
Finister's in the ballroom.
right.
With the rope.
I
can't believe
see
you have
some
a
of the other
ballroom,
kids.
Hilary. This is a nice house.
More than one person
Well-
could be in the ballroom, I think.
And still socially
And,
distanced, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, spin the bottle, Josh, and text us where it points.
Okay, here I go. Ugh. Oh, okay, it's sliding through the ballroom. It looks like it's going...
It's pointing at Colonel Mustard.
Oh, great. So now...
Oh, boy, a kiss for me, Colonel Mustard.
I hope you guys aren't weirded out that I invited some of my older friends.
They don't
And I
seem
also
weirded
invited
out.
Professor Peacock from school.
That is
Professor Plum!
Quite happy to receive the invitation.
this is a teenager's party where we're playing
Yeah.
like horny games, so that is a little bit strange. I feel.
Yeah. You know what, can we drop the the plague aspect of this real quick? I want to come talk to my teen friends real quick.
Very well, but we are staying distant. We are in a high-risk demographic, after all.
It is true. So we shall stay away, excepting in the case that you have kisses for us.
Mwah, mwah.
Hillary,
Yeah. This is...
look, first of all, I didn't realize that you were friends with, I guess, the characters from Clue? But furthermore, the characters from Clue want to kiss teenagers?
There is a lot to unpack here.
What is up with your parties?
I have never been to a single party of yours that has been normal. Although I will say, Josh, this is not as weird as the party where she claimed to be the voice from Hey Dude.
That's what I was talking about! All right.
Well, you know what it's time for then, Josh.
I think I do. Is it time for the long, continuous narrative improv?
Yes, that is my favorite portion. I'm saying that. Yes, that's my favorite portion of the whole. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm really excited about doing that whole thing.
Yes, and I'm quite excited about this as well. And coming up next, we're going to see that what. Right. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. Yeah. And our guest Hilary is still here. Hilary.
Great. So you know what we need then, Josh? We need some more random words.
Random words.
Random words. Are you ready?
Yeah. Hilary, by the way, sorry we keep slipping in and out of our... You know us personally, so you know that we talk like NPR radio announcers usually.
Yeah.
I just thought this was a new improv ASMR podcast.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the improv podcast business demands a certain oomph.
Sip. Sap.
Yeah. Stop it. All right, here we go.
The listeners
Our random
head is
words.
really tingling right now.
Our random words for the long-form improv scene are chip, machinery, departure, throat, composer, play, orange, injection, fox, and evolution. Good words there, huh? Good words.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Good words.
Are you ready? We're ready. Then.
Yeah.
And it's
we're
time
ready.
for the little musical sting that gets us into the long form, I think.
Yeah. The one that, for whatever reason, I seem to have decided doesn't start with the percussion bit. Just goes right into the guitar. And here it is.
And begin. Yes, more violent. Tuba. Stop. Oh, Lanthius, you were wonderful. That was some of the finest violining I have ever heard.
And I thank you, Maestro.
Quinzibald, what was that? What was happening there?
You got a problem?
My word.
You got a problem with how I'm playing?
I do, Quinzibald. I do have a problem with how you are playing. This is the Los Angeles Philharmonic, and I am the maestro of the Los Angeles Philharmonic. Philharmonic?
And I'm a professional.
Clearly.
Look, if I might say, as the first chair violinist of the Philharmonic, my problem, Quinzibald, stems not only from your raucous playing, but from that horrible New York accent of yours. This is California!
Indeed, land of the San Andreas Fault and oranges.
Such a wonderful fault line and fruit.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, I left New York a long time ago, and I've been playing a tuba for 50 years.
That's what it sounded like you were
My father played
playing.
a tuba for 50 years. We've been playing tubas in New York since the beginning of time.
Yeah, that may be. That may be, but you shan't do it for Philharmonic any longer. Quinzibald, you are fired!
Fired?
There
That's
will
right.
never be a tuba in the Philharmonic Orchestra. Mark my words. No.
That's not really your call, but I do echo the sentiment.
Well, you guys, I'll show you where you can blow air.
Oh,
Such language! My monocle fell out.
my dicky flapped up and hit me in the face.
Security! Escort this raucous
Roustabout.
tuba player.
Hey!
Toss them out on the
let go of
street.
me! Let me go! You can't touch me in here!
And then do a cut to the outside of the building. And then the door opens and they are flung out onto the street.
Make
At least
sure
give
you
me my tuba!
make sure you cut far away so that they land closer to where the camera is. And yes, then the tuba will fall after them.
And have the right before the door shuts say and stay out. As though you had said something else beforehand, but we only caught the second part.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm being treated like this. I gotta find a new orchestra, a new band.
We cut to a few minutes later when Quinzibald is lying on the ground in front of the building with their tuba on top of them.
And stay out! Click.
Busy walking down the sidewalk. So much to do. Hey, what are you doing there on the ground of the sidewalk?
You gonna kick me or you gonna help me?
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Here, let me help you up. Here, take my hanky. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Oh, you blew your hanky directly into your large bell instrument you have there. You can,
Yeah, you noticed.
you can keep that now. I'm sorry I came walking by so angry and gruff. Only, well, I don't even know who you are, but I haven't been in Los Angeles very long. I was supposed to start my first acting gig today, but I got fired.
Oh, no. I understand.
Really? What could you understand about that?
Oh, they just canned me. They just kicked me out of my ass. Ooh.
Oh, so that's why you were lying on the ground. Makes sense. This town just chews people and spits them out. Chews them up and spits them out. I always dreamed of being an actor, and I got cast in a prestige drama, and everything was going to be fine until apparently there's no place in a prestige drama for a silent prop comic, is what they said.
Oh, and there's no place for a tuba in the LA Philharmonic anymore.
Huh. That seems strange to me. I mean, there is a horn section.
I thought it was standard too.
Yeah, it is actually. Why were they being so weird about it?
And to not need a silent comic prop actor on set, it's just as important as a tuba.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey. My name's Jack. What's yours?
Oh, it's a long one.
I'm looking at your name tag.
Possibly.
It says Quinzibald.
Oh, yes, you pronounced it correctly.
It's phonetic. It's unusual, but it is phonetic.
Hey, you two. Huh? Don't you know in Los Angeles there's no sharing your sorrows on the sidewalk?
This town is so difficult. Look, Quinzibald, I know we just met and, we had this brief moment to share our sorrows, but I don't even know why I bothered because, well, my roommate just moved out and there's no way I can afford my apartment anymore anyway, so I guess I'm gonna have to go back to my hometown unless someone else moved in. But how would that happen?
Well, funny enough, I'm looking for a roommate too. Because I'm not going to be able to afford rent now that I'm not playing.
Well, this is wonderful. Neither of us will be able to afford rent, but... Together! Wow, what an amazing chance meeting.
Hey, that still sounds like commiserating.
Okay, my apartment's
Maybe we
this
should
way.
take it off the street. I'll follow you.
Yeah, come along.
Meanwhile, back at the Philharmonic. It's a good thing that we fired Quinzibald, because it's not that we don't not want a tuba, but they were bad at the tuba.
Yes. My point exactly.
Which means that we must have auditions for a new tuba player.
A new tubist, as it were.
The new tube elephant.
A new tube elephant?
That's the name for someone who plays the tuba.
Well, I won't argue with you, Maestro.
Thank you. Please put out a notice saying that we, the Los Angeles Philharmonic, run by Philharmonic, is looking for a new tube elephant. Auditions Saturday at 8 a.m. No disguises.
Yes, I'll be quite clear about that. Only, Maestro.
Yeah.
Why that last bit? Wouldn't that be understood?
I have been fooled before, Olanthius.
Well, we'd better work quickly. As you know, we're scheduled to score the new prestige drama for the AMC network.
Yes, the biggest gig that the Los Angeles Philharmonic has ever done.
That's right. And this show, as we both know, is called Rocky Mountain State.
Ah, yes. Beautiful drama about the Rocky Mountain State.
Yes, and yes.
The people who live there.
We cut to the set of Rocky Mountain State.
Madam Director, we have a problem.
Well, what is it? There's a problem every day, isn't there?
Well, yes. I mean, there's a lot of problems when you're making a prestige drama. But here's the thing. We showed some early test footage to audiences, and they said that it's no good, that it's too dramatic.
But that can't be the case. There's no such thing.
Yes, I know. We've got the world's most dramatic actor, Adrian Heartstrings. Who? Oh, here he comes now. Let me get my tissues out. This is gonna be rough.
Who was that you were talking about? Adrian Heartstrings? That's not a name I've ever heard. Of course, my name is Thomas Rocky Mount. That's who I am. And my boy. When's my boy coming home? I ain't seen him for nigh on 3 weeks. Well,
How can you argue with that? See?
anyway, I'm just passing through the craft services. I'll let you guys do your thing.
That's what the man gets paid for. How can there be such a thing as too dramatic?
Well, that's the thing. People said they were having a hard time watching it because they were weeping from start to finish.
Well, we'll have to do something to balance out the emotion. Maybe, create a little juxtaposition. We'll have to bring in someone funny. Someone who can make us laugh.
Hello, it's me, Mr.
What?
Rocky Mount. I hope you're not planning to bring anyone too funny to my home, because I believe that the fiction of our show is real.
Yes, we know.
We know you've been sleeping here, and actually that's one of the other things that we'll need to talk to you about at some point.
Problem a day.
Well, sure, that's my bedroom right over there. Well, anyway,
that's
we
a
just...
set.
Oh, God.
Don't you
listen.
God. Actors.
He's either a really good method actor or literally insane.
I think
Well,
the best actors are both.
No, this is. I get why you're saying that, but I feel like when people say that, they mean only like eccentrically crazy. But this guy has a serious problem, and I'm concerned about when we get to the point in the script where he has to kill someone.
well, I don't know nothing about no play acting, but I just want to warn y'all that we just let go of that one horrible goofball, and I don't want anyone like that back in my town. So if you're gonna bring someone funny, you better make sure they ain't too funny, and you better make sure they ain't wearing a disguise.
This is I mean, everyone here is an actor, so by a certain argument, everyone you'll be talking to will be wearing a disguise.
I don't understand that fancy language.
You do, because you said earlier that you were going to craft services. So you clearly at least acknowledge certain elements of the reality of the fact that we're on a set. I'm sorry, Madam Director. This is getting really hard to work with this guy. I can't find out, what's the start and end of his delusion, or if it's just a pretense that he's putting on.
Well, I told you, all the best actors do this.
Well, I know when I'm not wanted. I'm gonna go over and grab me another cheese Danish, and then I'm gonna go talk to them flying elephants.
I don't understand. It's what a town, Los Angeles. Cut to the apartment of now Quinzibald and Jack.
This place is great, Jack. It's real special.
Yeah, thanks. Watch out for all the pizza boxes.
Hey, no problem. I like pizza.
Hey, are you from New York?
How could you tell?
I know that accent anywhere. You can probably tell where I'm from my accent.
Yeah, somewhere in the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, that's right. I grew up on a on a news studio.
Yeah, I heard it. I thought your mama might be a newscaster.
Yep, that's right. Well, Quinzibald, we've the lease we've got the lease for another couple months, just so long as our envelopes full of Monopoly money continue to be accepted by our stupid landlord. But
how much does rent go for on a place like this?
a place like this is, well, my old roommate was very rich and successful, so we were paying $2,500 a month.
I'm just a lonely tuba player.
The walls are so thin here. The neighbor is listening.
That's right. I'm your old roommate. I moved to the apartment next door.
Yeah, that was rude. And why were you laughing? Was that too much or too little?
That is considerably too little.
I don't know. I've done some shopping.
You got any other weird issues with the apartment I should know about?
Excuse me. I just covered your rent. It's all there. Next time, though, I want more red dollar bills.
Oh, shoot, our landlords are here. That's right. And I wouldn't mind if you could throw in a few more of the greenies.
Oh, we love this money. No one else pays us in colored money. It's all that boring green color.
Yes, and when I say the greenies, I mean the bright green, not the boring green.
With presidents instead of Uncle Pennybags.
Uncle Pennybags is my one and true president. Don't blame me. I voted for Uncle Pennybags.
Goodbye. Oh, by the way, we heard that your new roommate was a musician. Well, the Los Angeles Philharmonic is looking for a new tubelephant. No disguises.
Oh, really? Landlords? Is that a flyer you have?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
I've literally just said all the information that was on the flyer.
Okay, well, thank you then.
I want to take it anyway. Thank you.
Here you go. We're just going to leave your apartment as we entered it without asking.
Yeah, you guys do that, huh?
They seem like cool fellas.
Yeah. There's a lot of their personalities seem very distinct, but weirdly, there's a lot of guys exactly like that around here.
Oh. So tell me about the elephant flyer.
Oh, wait a minute. Los Angeles Philharmonic. That's the building that I saw you in front of this morning.
Yeah, that's my former employer.
Well, look at this. It's already an audition to fill your old spot.
Where are they going to find a tuba player like me? I ought to go in. I ought to show them that they're not going to find anybody else in the whole city of Los Angeles and the whole state of California like me.
Yeah, that would probably show them good. But they'd recognize you right away.
Hey, you're an actor, right?
Huh?
You're an actor, like you, a guy who wears costumes on camera. Maybe you could help me. Maybe if I wore a costume, they wouldn't recognize the tuba player in the costume.
Well, I already thought of that, but it says on the flyer, no disguises.
Well, that's why I called it a costume. A costume ain't a disguise, is it? A costume is, like, it's a legal disguise. It's totally different.
Huh. I think you might be right. Of course, we know under California law, disguise is a felony of the highest order, but a costume?
Yeah, I mean, we'd be keeping it perfectly legal.
Maybe I could coach you to act like someone completely different, and then you could completely undermine their whole operation by proving you're actually a great tube elephant? Is that right?
Yeah, a tube elephant.
Huh. Doesn't sound right. Knock, knock, knock. We haven't gone anywhere.
We were just right outside the door throughout that entire conversation.
We lied to you. But, wouldn't you know it, I was leafing through the trades this morning, and it seems they're looking to cast a new funny character for the latest prestige drama.
A Rocky, a mountain, a state, starring Adrian Heartstrings. Oh, he makes me
You'll
weep.
be perfect.
Thanks, you.
Just call me Q.
Yeah, Q.
But here's the thing. It says on the advertisement that Adrian Heartstrings is violent and insane and does not want anyone funny or in disguise a cast.
It says that on the casting call?
It does.
Huh.
We care about the tenants in our building and like to share employment opportunities with them. Oh, let me find them.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
But
Hey, they really look out for you.
it is also pragmatic because we need you to keep paying us in colorful money.
Yeah, I guess a job like this would get me a lot more of that colorful money. But Q, listen, this was my old job that I got fired from. They hated me because I was a silent comic. You know, I had my props, but there was no music or sound, so
That does seem to be a bit of a problem. Too bad we're leaving now and won't help you with it.
that's
Hey,
it.
but you know what? Since you're gonna be such a gentleman and help me with my costume, then why don't I help you? I could give a little life to what you're doing, play a little music, do a little, sound effects.
Wait, you're saying play the tuba during my prop comedy?
Why not?
Huh. Good argument. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, you won't do it very well.
Shut up, old roommate.
The next day, at the auditions. Next! That was the worst tube elephant I've ever seen.
There's no one in this town who's worthy of your excellent conducting, Mr. Harmonic, and no one can even stack against my amazing playing.
Are you related to Adrian Heartstrings, the actor?
You're asking if I,
Olanthius?
Orlanthius Heartstrings, am related to Adrian Heartstrings? Well, yes, he's my brother.
Yeah, because I was looking. There's this ad they're looking for a new comic for his drama, the one that we're scoring actually, and it describes him as violent and insane.
Oh, yes, that's Adrian.
Wait, here comes someone else for the auditions. Maybe this one will be good enough to put in our Philharmonic.
Yes,
Well,
okay.
hello. Am I in the right spot for the Los Angeles Philharmonic editions?
Yes, this is the Tube Elephant auditions. I see you have a tuba, so you're already better than 50% of the auditioners.
And I see you have a non-New York accent. Very
That's
impressive.
I'm
Very
from
good.
the Mid-Atlantic.
Excellent. A lovely region. Unlike despicable, filthy New York.
What shall I play for you?
Yes. play. Let's see here. Why don't you play the Nutcracker Suite in its entirety on the tuba?
Well, go on.
My God.
I am dramatically taking off my glasses. I don't even. No, I should let you finish.
That's the 6 goose honks in a row that begin the Nutcracker Suite. Glory.
Now, if only they can nail those final 7 big toots that end the Nutcracker Suite, then it'll be a perfect rendition of the song. 3, 4, 7. Oh,
Incredible! Bravo! Please take your place in the big empty spot with the sign marked "Reserved for Tubelephant." And Orlantheus, could you take your place for the violinist?
Of course.
I simply
But
must
first,
hear.
I will take my place, and then I will take off my mask.
What?
What?
It's me!
Quinzibald!
And we just hired them.
Yeah, you didn't think I could play like that, huh?
But I specifically said that there was no disguises allowed. Wait, let me see that mask. Oh, this is a costume.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hoisted by our own petard. Oh, but Maestro, this is terrible news. We're scheduled to do a live scoring of the prestige drama starring my brother, Rocky Mountain State, right after they cast their last character.
It's true. It's happening right in the building next door. They're going to raise this wall up, and then we'll begin playing.
Oh, I can only imagine what's happening one room away.
Madam Director, I have the next auditioner for the comic part of Rocky Mountain Drama, and Adrian Heartstrings has so far been distracted by this laser pointer. So.
Send him in and
Oh,
get him
how
focused.
wonderful! I do have some questions about its ability to tear through a human being.
I hope that's. I don't know if that's the character he's playing or his own attitude. But we better get this audition done
method is
quick,
too
okay?
method.
Come on in. There's this comical character. It seems pretty funny, but there's something missing, don't you think, Madam Director?
You know what? It's just awfully quiet.
Rubber chicken? A rubber chicken.
This isn't what we're looking for.
something.
Next. What? That's odd. He cleared his throat as though he was going to make some noise. What's he? What the?
Beautiful sound.
It's physical comedy and sound.
Oh my god.
Hysterical.
This guy's great.
I think
We
he's.
gotta cast him.
Oh yeah, you're in. You're in, zombie.
He's got the job.
That's right. Thanks so much. I can talk now that it's.
Yeah, the audition is over. But you're an awfully articulate zombie, I have to say.
Yes. Well, and I'm happy to have landed the job. Now, it wouldn't be advantageous for me to reveal my true identity at this point, and I hope that my.
But now that you've said that,
Oh, shoot! All right, that's right. It's me.
Well, you're the guy we fired for being a prop comic.
That's right. It's me. Jack Francis.
Jack Francis. Damn it.
What the hell do you think you're doing here?
Our ad very specifically said no disguises. This is a costume, though, is what it is. This is a zombie costume. He wasn't sincerely disguising himself as a member of the living dead.
Madam Director, I believe it's about time for us to film our new scene. And I believe this is live to tape, isn't that right?
That's right. Raise the wall.
Yes.
Raise the wall. There's the Philharmonic.
Places, everybody.
Get ready. Mr. Francis. You might have noticed that the Philharmonic had said no disguises because the director had been fooled by disguises before and didn't want to come off looking like a dunce, right?
Yep, I think we taught them a lesson, huh?
Yes, yeah, but the thing was, we said no disguises because Adrian Heartstrings is a violent madman and had sworn to that he was going to kill anyone who wore it. So it was really for the safety of the performer that we were trying to find, because he doesn't like comedy at all. So, but you've been cast, so do your best.
Okay.
All right, ready, everyone? I have my baton. All right, here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting a live performance of Rocky Mountain State. Please put your hands together for the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra. And begin. And the honk, and now the drums, boom, boom, boom. And now another honk. Beautiful, and now fade out as the scene begins.
Well, what a glorious day here in the Rocky Mountain State. A glorious day for me, Mr. Rocky Mount. Only it would be if my boy would just come home. I miss him so much. I just miss my boy. I'm all alone here in this Rocky Mountain State. It's just me and the empty house next door. Oh, look, it looks like someone's moved in. Well, who could that be? Honk, 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 honk. What a strange and whimsical character this is. Well, but at least he is fairly audible. Oh, look, he's juggling fish, but he's still tooting on that horn.
Lenthius, I think your brother is starting to break character. I've never seen that before.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before, stranger? Honk, 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 honk. The people out there seem to like you.
I don't want to weep because I'm laughing.
I haven't laughed this hard in a decade.
I'm so glad we went to this performance, brother.
Indeed, brother. I love to laugh.
They're killing it. They're just killing it. Oh my god.
Thanks, buddy. Oops, I'm dropping the tuba and my mask.
Oh
no. You.
Wait a minute. Where was his thick country accent? I'm kind of losing my breaking the fourth wall here a little bit. I'm losing my suspension of disbelief.
That's because I'm not Jackie Rocky Mount. I'm Adrian Heartstrings.
That's a cardinal rule about acting. You shouldn't declare yourself not to be the character, but to be your real name.
Cut!
We can't cut, Madam Director. It's a live performance.
Oh no, my career.
Who there in the audience said I've broken a rule of acting?
Oh man, all the evil actors sound similar.
Well, was it you?
Well, yeah, I just think that an actor shouldn't. And again, directly addressing the audience seems like it's another faux pas.
Well, what do you think about directly addressing my golden gun?
Ah! I've been murdered by the actor! That is
Holy shit, holy
criticism.
shit!
Oh no! The band must play on! Play on!
Where is that infernal honking coming from?
Oh my god, he's become some sort of Mr. Hyde figure.
Hey, brother, tell me, is the person who's playing the tuba, were they ever in disguise today? Yeah, well, I guess so. I'm mad at both of you!
Oh no. Now, I must put my prejudice aside and use my maestro abilities for good instead of evil, as I command all of the instruments to play the loudest, highest note they can with a wave of the baton.
Maestro, no!
No, it must be done.
Do this? We know that that's a New York idiot!
I don't care. The music is too beautiful. I've learned a lesson over the course of these events.
No!
Play! Oh dear.
I can't tell who to kill!
That's definitely the way you deal with a madman with a gun, is confuse him as to who his proper target is. Oh no.
Q!
Jack, you better get off stage.
Q, he's particularly mad at us for wearing disguises. We shouldn't have been such scofflaws.
Yeah, but we had to show him. We had to do what had to be done.
I guess. Yeah, we taught him a lesson, but I don't know. It was...
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we both got jobs, don't we?
That's
You
true.
just shot the flautist. Who died as they lived playing a flute.
Q, let's go backstage and climb up the rafters so we can hide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But while the band continues to play, the band doesn't stop playing through thick and thin. The show must go. Ah! I have been shot!
The
By the
maestro!
madman with the gun! Oh no! Oh, Olanthius!
That's why you never fire the tuba player.
Olanthius, I realize this isn't entirely fair, but you're fired. Your brother is insane.
Fire my brother, will you? I'm going to kill you again!
I've been shot again. The second wound was just as fatal as the first. I must crawl away through the doors here. These open doors in the... Ah! Harvey!
Oh my god! Q, look down there! This is really getting out of hand!
I'm enjoying myself. I'll take another bite of popcorn.
Save some for me, brother. Q. Well, looks like my targets have made it easy for me to find them. They're just up on the rafters.
Oh no, he's after us.
Madam Director, our star has gone insane and is climbing up into the rafters to kill his co-star and the tuba player from the orchestra after murdering several other people. And this is all being broadcast live.
We're done for. We're done for. My career.
What can we do?
Wait, the laser pointer. Catch! Jack!
What could this possibly be used for?
Point it at him!
Okay. What is this? Oh, what an interesting device. It's poking on the wall. I think I'll grab at it. Well, what's that? Now it's just on the back of my hand. I'll grab it with my other hand. What's going on here? It keeps going.
He's falling!
I forgot I was climbing!
Oh my god, did you see that?
Oh, man.
Hey,
Did we get that on tape?
Olanthius, so sorry about how your brother just died on live TV.
Yeah, thanks. I'm still alive, though my body is mangled. Oh no, look! The chandelier is falling!
Oh, it looks like we're gonna get a shot from his perspective as he throws up his hands and screams. And then a cut. And though we didn't explicitly see the chandelier hitting him, I think everybody can tell what happened there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description, Jesse. Look, it needs to be said. Hilary, your parties are so crazy.
This is a weird party, yeah.
I mean, the way you've put on a simultaneous live production at the same time that an orchestra is playing, while a comical comedy of errors is happening within all of them, and a maniac is
deliberately
getting murdered during
arranging
it.
so the tuba player would be fired. Meet an actor who was similarly fired. They would come up with a harebrained scheme to get into the get their jobs back. While you also arranged for a lunatic who got far too into his role to be cast as the lead in your drama.
Now do you see why you needed the costumes?
Oh.
Okay, I was wrong. It was actually pretty cool. But you were still not the voice from Hey Dude. We have a problem with the performing arts industry, I think.
Yeah, we're constantly killing people in it. Hilary, anytime any of the 2 times you're on this show, it goes to some silly places, and that's what
Silly
I like.
places. Silly places indeed. Very silly.
Well, I'm glad I could take you there.
Yes, I agree.
I'm sweating, guys.
That was dramatic. I wasn't quite sure, how that was all.
Yeah, it's the one little neighborhood of Big Town that you want to stay away from.
It's the theater
Sure
district.
about that part?
Yeah,
Theater
very
district.
much so. Well, thanks again to Hilary Webber for joining us today, I think.
Yeah,
It was,
thanks so
fantastic.
much.
Joining us again, I should say. Rejoining
so much
us.
for
Welcome
having me.
back.
Yay. And
It's always a pleasure.
And thank you to Josh for continuing to be our host today.
Oh, yeah, I won't stop today.
Oh, that's good. Well, what if we wanted to find you online, Josh? Where would we go?
Well, if you want to find me, you can go to @TheJoshPiltShow on Instagram or @JoshPiltShow on Twitter, and go ahead and watch The Midnight Gospel on Netflix, a cartoon for grown-ups.
Yeah, middle
Jesse,
schoolers, you don't watch it.
Yes, yeah, it's not for you. I bet they'll listen to that. They'll sit quietly looking at it. I know they like it.
Very much so.
Jesse, you kept hosting the show too. Where
I
can
did.
people find you?
Well, I am on Twitter as well, @Jesse Moriarty, and on Instagram, @Jesse.Moriarty. So please look me up. I have a lot of amusing things for you to enjoy, visually this time.
Yes, Jesse's drawing some funny cartoons lately.
I do that. What about our special guest star, Josh?
Yeah, Hilary, where can we find you on the internet?
You can go to Twitter and you can look for me at Hilareel. That's spelled Hilareel, just like a reel of film.
Nice. Do people still use reels of film?
Not anymore. And in fact, yeah, I don't know if it's going to ever be.
Hilophile?
That's depressing. Cut that part out.
Cut out your Twitter handle?
Cut out the angst over my industry.
Oh, sure.
Fair
yes.
enough. Fair enough.
Tarantino,
Josh,
please. Yes. Yes.
I loved the music from our own live orchestra that goes every day and plays every note flawlessly.
Yeah, that of course, all of our original music is composed and provided by the Steve Wilder Blumenthal Philharmonic Orchestra of WilderBlueMusic.com Philharmonic Orchestra. Orchestra? Jesus. It's a long day, people.
You're not wrong, Josh. Okay. Well, from Hilary's weird parties
to a very bad college
full of
To
mythological...
the city of LA, the city of angels.
The city of Los Angeles and its a cruel acting industry and musical industry. And from Big Town
to your town. It's a little wild, it's a little strange when you're living life out on the range. Come along and gather round. Hey, dude. That's right, it was me all along.
Let's get dangerous.